Hi guys, it's Maya here again. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for watching my first vlog. Thank you so much for all the kind comments from all over the world. It was so amazing to read all of them and know where you're from and just, talk to you guys. And I'm so thankful that you could, first of all, understand my English. There were even some comments from the US. And yeah, turns out that you could understand it, so that's great. Oh, also, it was so interesting to see what you guys are drinking while watching this vlog, so let me know in the comments. I'm drinking iced coffee because it is so hot. We are actually having the heat wave back, I think, here in Poland, so yeah, that sucks. But what can you do? You can just keep on knitting. Actually, I think it's almost August, so we can all agree it's time to start knitting things for autumn, right? But more about this later. Today I am wearing my sabai top. I don't know, should I stand up right now and show you? Let me try, but wow, great. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I will insert some pictures, but this is how it looks like. Maybe, yeah, I will not show things like that anymore. But yeah, this is my first sabai top. I made it this year. I finished it maybe like a month ago. It's made from line from Sandnes garn in this beautiful color that it said on the page that it is like this muted brownish color, but yeah, I would say it's muted black. But when I compare it, because I also knitted blouse #1 from my favorite things knitwear in line, like this also muted black color. When you like take them both together and hold them, maybe this one looks a little bit more brownish. Maybe I will actually bring it. Give me a sec. This is my blouse #1. Wow, this is really starting to be chaotic from first minutes, but yeah, this is just how we do it out here for now, at least until I, get used to it, I guess. I don't know. This is my blouse #1. Super wrinkly, but I haven't really worn it lately. Yeah, but by the way, such a cute pattern. I will probably make it more times. But yeah, the point was the color. This is also line from Sanders garn. A double or something. I don't remember right now, but it is chunkier than this. But the point is the same yarn. Can you see anything? Can you see the difference? I don't know if it shows on camera, but yeah, it does. Yeah, they are both really great, but I actually prefer this one, I think, but I love this blouse, so anyway. But talking about sabai top and blouses like that, I recently discovered that there is something like sabai blouse. What's it called? Give me a second. Sabai sweater. I don't know a lot about it, but since I love sabai top and I love blouse #1, I think it is something very similar. So I definitely need to look into this because it could be very, very cool. So yeah, sabai sweater, possibly an option to explore, but definitely not right now. But yeah, just maybe one more thing about the sabai top, which is maybe not that interesting, but I am actually looking at myself now and I'm thinking it looks quite elegant. It wasn't really the plan. Maybe it's this color's fault a little bit, but I don't know. But it's beautiful and I wear it quite a lot in the summer when it's not like a very big heat wave. I have worn it quite a lot lately, and I even accidentally put it to the washing machine, And then, you know, I took it out and I was scared a little bit because I don't know, it just didn't occur to me that you can actually wash it in the washing machine because it's like cotton, viscose, and linen or something like that. And I am just more used to knitting in wool, so I don't usually put it to the washing machine. So yeah, that's even greater. I can just, yeah, it survived and it looks good. Maybe it's shrunk a little bit, but you know, it will bloom again. So about kind of going from the sabai top, I was showing you the last time my madragoa yarn from Rosarios, which is actually right here now because the color is so cute. But I made a gauge swatch because, yeah, I was thinking about making a sabai top with it, another one. So I made the gauge swatch with the yarn held double. And I don't know what to think. Can I show it like this or... Yeah. What can I say? Yeah, I need this gauge swatch, you know, soaked it. And I feel like the stitches are more uneven after like blocking it, which I don't think is even possible, but I know that plant fibers are harder to maybe get the get even stitches and block them nicely, and they don't block as nicely as wool, for example, and the effect is not that spectacular. But I don't know. I don't like it. Maybe I will try it on smaller needles, but then the fabric will be so dense that I don't know. Will it even be nice? Yeah, I don't know what to think about it. I love the color so much, and the yarn is still so soft, but I feel like maybe it's losing a little bit when held double, because I don't know, you can't really feel the softness that much anymore. But maybe, you know, maybe it's just so soft in the skin and in the fabric it's not as much. But yeah, I don't know. I don't love it. I love the color. I think it would suit me. But yeah, maybe for something else, maybe for something held single, but definitely not for this year. Well, in general, double held single, whatever I will end up doing with this, it will not happen this year. I don't want any summer knits anymore. I just have the ones that I showed you last time, and I have an update with the Ingrid sweater. Let's maybe just jump right into it. And I don't have any update on the super basic tee. It is like a sea of just, you know, knits right now, and like hundreds of stitches, and yeah, it will be just a project, you know. I'm meeting some knitting friends in like 2 or 3 weeks, I think, so I think it will be a perfect project to bring because it's not that big, and you know, I can just knit and knit and knit and talk about knitting. I will maybe show you what I have right now, and then I will try it on and record something more. I finished the body of the Ingrid sweater, Ingrid summer sweater, and I blocked it. I mean, I soaked it in water and just laid it flat. I don't know how serious are you taking the whole blocking situation with your knits, but I usually just soak them, maybe like put a little bit of washing liquid, you know, a special one for wool, of course, and just lay them flat. I don't have any blocking mats or anything. I don't really take it that seriously, and it works for me. Maybe I will just show it to you and then put the video with me trying it on. It looks like that. It looks quite big and quite short, but I think it will be okay. I actually haven't tried it on yet, so let's just see what I'm saying when I am trying it on. Okay. So this is how the Ingrid summer sweater looks like. Maybe next I will do the collar, because then I can kind of imagine, but because now it kind of looks like it is supposed to be this weird item. I think I actually recorded a little clip of the sweater when it was blocking, and yeah, I showed a close-up from it then, so maybe I will insert it here. Well, it's nothing that interesting, but the stitches evened out a little bit, so that's great. And I have some little mistakes because yes, sometimes like maybe my tension wasn't that even, or some of like the little holes are a little bit bigger or something. Yeah, and I've had a situations where I forgot to do the yarn over, and I only discovered it in the next row. So, you know, I just picked up like the yarn over from the row before, because I couldn't be bothered to rip the whole row. So maybe that is what we are looking at. Because yeah, sometimes it doesn't look that good, but I think it will get lost. I usually care more about stuff like that, but you know, it is just a summer sweater. It will be good, I think. I had some little issues, but I think they were my fault. For example, yeah, I knitted the left front and the right front, and for some reason I had a couple, like 2 or 3 more stitches on one of the fronts, and I think less stitches on the other front, and yeah, I had to, like, you know, make up some of the numbers myself, and in the end I am not even sure what size I am knitting. I know that well, like, officially I am knitting size 2, but it's like something between size 2 and 3, I think, at this point, because yeah, the number of stitches is something super weird. I am knitting this in Knitting for Olive Pure Silk, in case I haven't mentioned it in that vlog. And I am not sure if I will ever be doing that again, because the yarn just gets so tangled up. I have to spend a lot of time untangling it. And I am really getting pissed off. I mean, after I blocked it, now that it looks so pretty, maybe I will do it again sometime in the future, but not for now. For now I am really annoyed by this yarn, and no thank you. But yeah, I would say it maybe was worth it. The garment that I am achieving is, it feels like quite cold, and yeah, I think it will be awesome for summer. But yeah, it's a little bit chunky, so you know, perfect sweater for a summer evening. Oh, and one more thing that I was, I well, I think I knew from the beginning that I will change, is the ribbing at the bottom, and also probably at the collar and everywhere, but I haven't really checked that. In the pattern, the ribbing at the bottom is like half twisted, and honestly, I just hate how it looks. It doesn't just look as even as I would like it to, and I don't know. I just don't really like how it looks like, even if it's like done right. Yeah, so I just did like the normal ribbing. I just do the ribbing on like the wrong side of the sweater because it looks better that way, and I just cast it off with the Italian cast off. And I think it looks pretty good. I tried to not do it too tightly, and I think, yeah, I think it's actually okay. Okay, so that was everything about the Ingrid summer sweater. I will probably keep on working on this one. And yeah, maybe in a week or two I will finish it, so at least I can have a second summer knit for this summer, and I think it can be quite useful. There is a possibility maybe I will go for a couple of days to the seaside or somewhere, so I think this could be an awesome option for that. Oh, just maybe one more thing. This is knitting for olive pure silk, held double. And then I have the madragoa held double. And I don't know, these stitches look very good right now and very even, I would say. And this is the same, yes, this is the same needle size. So I don't know, maybe I am just not so good at gauge swatching. I will show you a close-up of this later. But I don't know, it is weird a little bit. Okay, so just a close-up of these two yarns. They are both the red silk, just different brands, different yarns. And I don't know, I feel like the Ingrid summer sweater looks pretty even. Yeah, they are both knitted on the same size needles, right? Still, the madragoa yarn is way softer. It looks a little bit worse on the gauge swatch I made, but you know, it was knitting back and forth. Maybe it is just my fault. Okay, I don't actually have that many knitting progress. I think I recorded my first vlog like a week ago or something, maybe a week and a half. I don't knit that much, even though, as I said, of course I knit in my free time almost always, but yeah, also the weather has been so nice lately. It wasn't so hot, but just, you know, summery, springy weather. That's, yeah, I went here and there and maybe wasn't knitting that much, but yeah, I actually knitted on my balcony a couple of times and on a picnic with my husband. There are just some things to do. I also really want to go on some small vacation, so I've been sitting on like, booking for hours. If you were watching my last vlog, you remember I asked you about this beautiful skein of yarn, very luxurious, that I have from our Polish dyer, woollala. It's a hand-dyed yarn. It contains 70% baby alpaca and 20% silk and 10% cashmere. It's a DK yarn. It's possibly the softest thing ever. I mean, I've knit with cashmere, so maybe maybe not, but it's like super soft. It has a little bit of this cute alpaca hair. It's so beautiful and special to me. I actually love this color. I think it would suit me well. Yeah, and I was thinking about knitting the Poet's Scarf by Sari Nordlund for a while, and in general, anything poets, because I know there are socks and maybe even something more. So yeah, maybe I will insert a little clip that I think I recorded yesterday, because I was just like, yeah, maybe I will start this and, you know, just see how I like knitting it, and turns out that I liked it a lot, and I started it 2 days ago, and yeah, let's just watch this clip. A little update on what I did yesterday evening, I think even it was. I casted on the Poet's Scarf. Yeah, it's getting very hot here in Poland, so probably it is not the best idea to do it now, but I don't know, I just wanted something small, and I just wanted to finally try this poet pattern because I think it's just so beautiful. Also, there are the poet socks, and probably I will try to knit them very soon, because I already love this pattern so much. I casted this on yesterday, maybe not evening, but like late afternoon, and I already had to frog like half of what I have here, and I redid it, and I don't know, I think it's like a quarter of the scarf, I think, probably. And I don't have maybe that much experience with knitting from charts, and I would say it's going pretty well. I mean, it looks weird now, but it will even out after blocking, right? As usual, I knitted the edge a little bit tightly. But anyways, love this pattern for now. It is so addicting. I just couldn't stop yesterday. I had to go to sleep at some point, so I did stop. But yeah, I cannot wait to continue today. I even like printed out the instructions and the charts. But generally, it looks a little bit maybe difficult, and well, I have to look at the charts all the time, so I don't know if you would consider this easy if you have to look all the time and you cannot really remember it. But yeah, maybe just me. Or maybe from now on I will be able to not look at the charts so much. I don't know, but generally this yarn, so beautiful, and this pattern, so awesome. Yeah, I think I will wear it a lot, but yeah, not very soon, because it's so hot that I closed the window and I am already like sweating, so I need to finish this. Yesterday, after I recorded this video, I just jumped straight to knitting the scarf again. And well, maybe it doesn't look that, like a lot of knitting, but yeah, I am not that good at knitting from the charts, so I have to look all the time at the chart. I can, remember some of the stuff and like guess some of the stuff, but still I have to check just so I don't have to frog it, because it would be terrible. But yeah, I have this much. I think it's almost a half, if I remember correctly. And I just love it. I already know that I will be knitting the poet's socks maybe pretty soon. Maybe I will cut them on in like a couple of days. Yeah, I am a little bit crazy when it comes to knitting, and I just want to cast everything on and then leave it somewhere unfinished. But yeah, I try not to do it. I will finish this pretty soon probably, but it's also pretty chunky, so I will not wear it anytime soon, so it's not like there's any rush. Doesn't look that great, but I am almost certain that after blocking it will look perfect, right? Because yeah, I knit quite tightly, so this edge maybe doesn't have that much stretch to it. But yeah, I think it will be okay. Every time I knit like a Sophie scarf or something, I think that the I-cords I knit too tightly, and then it turns out okay. So, but of course it's a different case. But also the wool here in this pattern, I think it's even more beautiful. Don't you think? I had a little fuck up. I think I knitted like until here, and then I thought that I made a mistake in the chart and I had to frog it up to here, but then I realized that maybe it's looked a little bit weird just because it's not blocked, but I think it wasn't a mistake. I think everything was good, so yeah, I even wasted some time, so yeah. If I didn't have to frog it, I would probably have a half of the scarf already, but that's okay. I am not in a rush, and this is just so beautiful. I don't know. I just love it. And yeah, so exciting to knit stuff for the summer, for autumn, and for winter. And yeah, I know that people think we knitters are crazy, but the summer knitting is just not that interesting for me. And yeah, and also I just love sometimes to like knit something small, just as a break, because the Ingrid sweater is quite a lot. And then I have the super basic tee, which is a lot of stitches. Of course, I always have some socks, but they are maybe not that exciting sometimes. But also, I just decided that I will not be knitting anymore like vanilla socks in the future. I have to knit. I have so many pretty patterns saved on Ravelry that I just have to start knitting from them. I know it's a little bit scary, especially since I knit so tightly, and I had some, I tried a couple of times to knit some more complicated socks, but then I couldn't like put them on because they were knitted too tightly. But I just have to figure it out. It cannot be that hard. I learned to knit, so I don't know. I will be okay, I think. Oh, and one more thing about Ravelry. Can you guys let me know if you use any like apps that use the Ravelry database and everything, but are like external apps? Because I just recently discovered that it is a thing, thanks to Knitstock, which I have been on for some time now, and there are just a lot of like younger people there, and they are, there are just new ideas, and they all hate Ravelry, which is understandable because I don't really like the page so much. I mean, it feels pretty nostalgic, but using it on the phone is super annoying. And yeah, I downloaded two of the apps. Let me check. What are they called? Yeah, one of them is Rabbit and one of them is KNTD Discover. I just logged in on them and I will for sure try them. But I don't know. Let me know. Do you use any of them? Are they worth the money? Because, it's still just Ravelry, but looks nicer. And, the UI is more mobile friendly because, using Ravelry on my phone, I just pretty much never do it because it's too annoying. And I just always forget to update my Ravelry, and it will be cool. Maybe it would be easier for me to do it through the app. I just have to like sit down and scroll through them and look at all the options. But let me know if you are using them, because I didn't know they even exist up until like a week ago or something. Okay, I guess the last thing that I have is a little bit of acquisitions. You saw that I have quite a lot of yarn. But don't worry, I will go through all of it. I still love all of it. I am not planning to, get rid of any of it, actually. But, the autumn will come. I will make probably at least like 2 sweaters this year, and it will be okay. But I ordered something, but I am saying it here and it has to be official. I am not buying, I am not ordering any more yarn for now. For sure in September I am going to like a yarn, it's called Yarn Fest. It's in Wrocław, here in Poland. It's this big this yarn festival where I just know I will buy something, because how can you not? So, for now, no more yarns. I know it will be tempting because autumn will come and we always want, new wool or something. And there's some discounts or something. But anyways, what did I buy? Because it's not that big of a deal. Like, I'm making this whole intro, but if you're a knitter, it's maybe not that much yarn, but it costs some money. I bought 2 skeins of Isaiah mulberry silk, as we all do lately, I feel like. um, I just couldn't resist. I saw this beautiful pattern, Agatha scarf by Splotka. I think it was our Polish designer. But I'm sure there are a lot of other beautiful patterns for like small scarves or something. I don't know. Well, this will be definitely for a scarf. I don't have yet a scarf this like thin and well and made from silk. But yeah, even something similar to a poet scarf, but you know, like two times thinner would be so awesome. Is it 2 times or 4 times? Wow, I cannot count right now. It is super, super thin. I don't even know, does it say what needles should be used? I think the scarf that I am thinking about is knitted on 3.25 millimeter needles that I don't even have, and I don't think I will buy, but maybe it will be an interesting way to actually try out needles like that. But yeah, when I'm looking at it, it looks like it should be knitted on like 2 millimeter needles or something. But anyways, super soft. I don't know if this color is like super good on me, but yeah, I wanted to go with pink again, but yeah, I don't have to explain, I think, right? But the pink is so beautiful, or at least looks so beautiful on the page. This is color camel, but it's not that camel-y, because if it was like super, super warm beige, like I would imagine camel being, then I wouldn't like it because it would be too warm for me. But I don't know, I feel like this is warm but going neutral a little bit. Or I can maybe compare to this Ingrid sweater. Here I have just the color, that this is like super cold beige and this is like warm. But maybe you can see like a hint of pink. Hard to describe it. I don't know, I like it very much, and yeah, you can see how much the silk shines compared to this, because well, this is also 100% silk, but this is burette and this is mulberry, right? Well, interesting. Yeah, so these are my 2 super luxurious skeins, but of course they couldn't come alone. Like, do you really think I would order just 2 small little skeins? Well, I could, but I didn't. With the second purchase, well, it was the same package, but the second yarn that I ordered, we are really truly entering the autumnal phase of knitting, or of my knitting at least. And it is. You probably guessed it. I think it's a pretty, well, both of these yarns are very popular lately. But yeah, this is the Atlas yarn by Sadness Garn. In color 2381. Oh, it says coffee melange. Okay. I don't know what to say to explain myself. I didn't plan this, but I have this yarn in my favorites for some times. Well, since it was released, because I just was so curious how it feels, maybe, because I don't really have, well, I don't have a yarn shop at all in my city, and well, I could wait and touch it while I'm in Wrocław or something, but no, I just knew, you know, it's Sadness Garn. I kind of knew what to expect. This yarn is 70% Norwegian lamb's wool and 30% merino wool. I was thinking about some hat, but then I remembered that I have been wanting to knit the Grandma Core hood by Kutowa Kika for a couple of years now, or some other type of hood. Maybe you have some ideas. Something similar. It has to have these straps here to, you know, like hug the face more, and yeah, have some kind of pattern. Just, you know, not be like stuck in it. And yeah, just be more like a hood than like a balaclava, I think, because I knitted the balaclava from Petite Knit once. I don't even remember what it's called, but it looked terrible. I just know now that it has to be some more chunky yarn, and the hood has to be like more spacious. I don't know, don't like hug my head, because it doesn't look good on me. Again, ranting about, yeah, I didn't even finish about the yarn, but I have 3 skeins. It should be enough for the Grandma Core hood, but probably for any hood or for a hat if I want. But when I touched it, I don't think I want a hat from it. When it comes to like scratchiness of yarn, I can handle a lot, I think, but not necessarily on my head, especially on my forehead. I have one hat, I think, from Drops Flora, a double or something like that, and I love how the hat looks. It's the Oslo hat from Petite Knit. Like the garment is just a little bit flowy, but not like this much. It's just the perfect hat. But when it's cold and I have it on like my forehead, then I have this red line here, and I have, when I take it off, I just have to scratch my forehead, which is super annoying. So then after knitting this hat, I started knitting hats from merino, preferably, especially when I am knitting for someone else. And yeah, it's probably the best yarn for a hat. I thought that maybe this would be, you know, since it contains the 30% of merino and the wool is lamb's wool, maybe it will not be that scratchy. I think it would be. I think it's not good for a hat. But wow, it would probably be such a beautiful hat. But yeah, a hood will also be good. And of course, it's in this brown color that I recently have been loving. It's very, very dark brown. Not so long ago, I actually ordered some Luna yarn in a very similar color, because we have this new shop here in Poland that you can buy a lot of new yarns from Norway that weren't available to us before, and I just had to buy it. It's this beautiful brown color, and I will make like a whole beautiful sweater out of it. But back to Atlas. Maybe first of all, what I would compare it to is the Matisse yarn by Rosa Pomar, because once I remember I've heard someone describe the Matisse yarn like it's a little bit spongy, and I thought it was really weird, but then when I touched the yarn, it was kind of accurate. And I feel like this has also a little bit of that feel. Yeah, but the Matisse yarn is just wool, like from some Portuguese ship. It's not lamb's wool. So I was maybe expecting this to be a little bit softer, but I think it's very similar. And I am actually just remembering now that I have a hat from the Matisse yarn, and it's not actually that bad somehow. But it's like for very cold weather. So it is not the softest yarn, but for sure it's softer than Pearl Gynt. Is it thinner or... Yeah, this contains 108 meters in 50 grams. I think Pearl Gynt is like 91 or something, right? So it is a little bit thinner, and you can actually see it. Probably it's something between the Pearl Gynt and Double Sunday, right? But yeah, super interesting, super beautiful. And yeah, maybe I will cast on the hood pretty soon. But yeah, please let me know if you have any other patterns. I think I saw there will be a beautiful hood in the newest Sari Nordlund book, Foundations. I was thinking about buying this book, but then I looked through all of the patterns and I don't know. I have some knitting books and I don't usually knit any patterns from them. Um, and I don't know. They look beautiful on my shelf, but and also the Sari Nordlund book looks very pretty, and I know that they worked a lot on the photography and stuff for the book. But do I need it? Maybe when I finally decorate our flat and find a space for all of the books and everything, because yeah, you can see this little corner that I created, and yeah, it may look like maybe, you know, our flat is ready, but it is not at all. We don't even have wardrobes yet, and all our stuff is like put anywhere, and the whole flat is a freaking mess. Both yarns are so dark that it's actually hard to show anything, but the green one is Matisse, the brown one is Atlas. And yeah, when I look at them, they actually look quite similar. Of course, the Matisse is a little bit chunkier. Okay, guys, I think that is it for today. Your whole engagement means so much to me. I didn't really expect to, have so many views and comments from you guys, and thank you. Thanks for all the subscriptions and the fact that you want to stay here with me and listen to me and see what I have been knitting and what I plan to knit, and all my just ramblings about yarn or about my mistakes or whatever. Of course, I understand because I like to watch stuff like that as well. But yeah, I am just so happy that some of you liked it so much that you decided to stay with me for longer, and you will see this video right away in your subscriptions, which is so weird but so exciting. Thank you so much. Hopefully next time I will maybe have something more, some more finished objects or something, because yeah, this was not very exciting. Well, I actually didn't have anything finished, right? Everything is new for you right now on this channel because you haven't seen anything. I mean, unless of course you have been following me on Instagram, which by the way, if you want, you can go there. The link is in the description. It's the same as here, I think, now, because yeah, I finally sorted it out. And yeah, thank you. I hope this was, nice to watch, and see you next time.